Okay, so made it in. Everything, cabin looks good. No issues over the winter. And just to show, I haven't got my batteries hauled in here yet, but everything is running. I have enough power just from the input right now from my panels to run the cabin without the batteries. So everything is up and running. Of course, I'm not showing anything there. I don't have my my battery deal yet, but yeah, we are up and running. See, I got the lights on, and we'll get this pulled off. I don't know if we showed you this at the end of last year, so we'll redo it real quick. I actually framed out where the bedroom is going to be, and I got about half of it is done correctly. And then we're going to get all this insulated here and here, up there. So it's going to be quick to get up and running. I've got another solar panel I'm going to be hooking up here, make sure it runs. It was given to me by a nice lady that volunteers with me where I work. So that'll be a good deal, and we will get this all put together. I got to get this back in there and just get this hooked back up again. This is the battery heater so that I can keep the batteries warm if I need to during the cold spells. Once I'm up here, the batteries obviously can stay because I'll be able to make sure they don't drop below 0 degrees, and there'll be enough power to keep doing it. So we're going to keep going, and I'll update again. Okay, so we are getting ready to do the windmill, and I'll show you guys. So we're going to put it up here. This is just it's going to be my chicken coop, and the windmill is going to stick up above that point about 6 inches higher than the lowest point of the blade, and I'm going to mount it on this big piece of 2.5 drill pipe that I bought, and I had a gentleman weld a flange on for me up there, and we'll run the wire down through the whole tube, and then we're going to put 3 of these on here, and I'm going to put a little rubber gasket right here to make sure it pinches tight, and then cinch that up. And then that's gonna, I'm only going to be about 10 feet in the air with this, but I'm not going to have a whole bunch of pipe up in the air that's waving back and forth and doing all kinds of extra stress on stuff. It's just going to be bolted right there. It'll be very, very stable, and get me the wind I need, and then it'll be easy to fix if I have to as well. So I'm going to get to working on this, and I will turn it back on in a minute. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. This is I think this is a 10 gauge heavy duty extension cord. It's at least 50 feet. I'm going to go ahead and cut this end off and feed it through here to tie into the windmill. The windmill will mount right there. I'll get my 3 wires hooked up, run through there, and then run all the way out the bottom, and then run that back over here to the cabin. All right, so on your windmills, you're going to have three plugs. 1, 2, 3. It doesn't matter how you wire these. There's not a positive, a negative, a neutral. You just wire the 3 of them up, and then I fishtailed this through my pipe. It's coming out here, and so I'm just going to use these little crimps and crimp them together, and then I'll bolt that on to this right here, and then go get this mounted, and then work on the rest of the wiring. So I'll be back in a few minutes. All right, so we got it hooked up here. You can see what I did. Used a piece of kind of a piece of foam here to make sure that this is tight against this. Push that, give it a good hold. 2 6-inch lag bolts on the back side. I've got another piece of 2x4 and sucked it together. And then I put the one at the top, and then there is the windmill. So we've got it put up. Now I just got to run all the wires. This is only supposed to be a 1,000-watt windmill. I guarantee you I'll be lucky to probably get 100 to 200 out of it. It's just the way it works. But I've got it set up. The wires are coming down now. I got to finish getting it hooked up and then run it all the way over to there. So I will be back shortly. Okay guys, so here we go. I've got it all hooked up. This line here is coming in to the windmill controller. There's not really any wind right now, but we're still getting 0.2 volts. These two lines, I've got a red one and this chocolate colored, looks black in the picture, but they're coming over to here. So the red one is hooked up on this bus bar, the negative one hooked up right there, and then right here, these are my dump loads, and I daisy chained two of them together. This is going to take any excess energy that's being made by the windmill, and it's going to burn it off. This keeps it from, these will keep it from overloading your batteries and blowing up your batteries. So you want to make sure you have dump loads, and I'm running a second one as a precaution. I shouldn't need more than just one, but I bought a second one. I think they're 25, 30 bucks. Good insurance to keep from frying thousands of dollars worth of stuff. So here we go. I got to do some reading on the manual, make sure I got everything in here the right way, but there we go. It's working, and I can still run a solar panel through this set. I've got two more slots right here. I can run another single solar panel or something into this, and it'll go into the battery bank down there, charge everything. The wires are a mess right now. I'm just trying to get everything hooked up, make sure everything's working, and then I'll do a lot of shortening wires and tidying this all up. It'll be all nice and neat. And if you're wondering how it's working, I'm running an air conditioner. 8 100-watt panels, that windmill, and I'm running an air conditioner, and we're doing just fine. So it got down to temperature. That's got an automatic temperature setting on it. I set it for 70. She's good to go. She'll come back on when it warms up just a little bit. And other than that, so I'm running this. This is a complete backup. It's absolutely not hooked up to anything. If anything happens to this one, I have a backup, and it's just sitting there hooked up to the wall, ready to be plugged into. And I've got my two MPPTs. These are 150 100s. I'll never put too much power to those to blow those. They're huge. This little box down here is actually a booster for cell signal, and it's just sitting right there. I've only got one breaker. I'm going to end up putting a breaker on everything. So this one breaks the batteries when I want to disconnect everything. But I'm going to put a breaker right down here on the charger for the windmill. That way, if I need to work on the windmill, I can just break the power right there. And then I'm probably also going to put a breaker going into here. I'll put one down here. This way I can isolate things without disconnecting everything. So, and probably some more fuses just as a backup. I'll put some more fuses in line. 30 amp fuses is more than enough for what I'm doing. I've got one fuse down there right now. I've got another fuse right over here. That's a Victron component right there. That's also a smart component, so I can talk to it with my phone. All of this minus the wind control charger here. All of this I can control and communicate with my phone. And as soon as I buy the Serbo GX, I don't have it yet. It's pretty expensive. They're about $550, but once I get the Serbo GX component and get it up here, then I can control this thing from town. I can control, literally you actually can control everything from around the world. It's a global network. It's private, owned by Victron, and you can control your whole system from your phone. So that's it for today, guys. I'd love to show you the windmill going, but it is absolutely dead calm. Go figure, the one day I want to try to be showing you, and I got no wind. No wind. So it's hooked up. It's got to start giving me some wind. So anyways, thanks for checking in, guys. I hope this helped. If you have questions, please put them in the comments down below. I'll be happy to answer them. Maybe next time I come up here, it's going to be 4 or 5 days before I can get back up here. Maybe that windmill will be running good enough to show us the success of it, and I can let everybody know that it's doing what it's supposed to. Right now, I don't have any fire. I don't have any smoke. I don't have any hot lines. Appears to be working. So there you go, folks. Thanks for checking in. Bye. Real quick, guys. The wind started picking up before I closed out for the day. So there's the windmill. It's not going very fast. It keeps changing. We've got a rainstorm coming in, so it's going to get probably going pretty good. I'm going to hang around a little bit just to see if I can get a higher wind speed for a regular basis and get video of it. So we'll see you soon. Bye. Just a quick view, guys, of heading in. This is where we were getting stuck, is right up here. We do have a little bit of a mud hole right here. I'm gonna have to get that fixed because it just is gonna keep getting worse. But yeah, so we still haven't made it there. We're getting close. I'll drive through here and I have to order probably a dump truck worth of crushed asphalt or something to put in this. Keep it from getting so ugly. Alright. Let's see what it looks like up here around the corner. This is the last spot I was able to get to here 2 weeks ago, was right in here. And it is... now it looks to be pretty passable. Oh yeah, we're gonna be in, so we will see you shortly.